Ducati has been absolutely dominant in MotoGP since 2022, with either the factory team or one of the satellite teams winning the Riders and Teams Championships in every one of the last 4 years. And with 1 year of these regulations left before the title tide might shift in 2027, who is closest to Ducati right now? Aprilia this season has been the bike that has most consistently been nipping at the heels of the Bologna bikes, with Bezzecchi breaking his Aprilia duck at Silverstone. This massively boosted his confidence, being the best of the non-Ducati bikes on multiple occasions, then leading at the Saxon Ring, Red Bull Ring and Balaton Park, the latter two being layouts that historically would have massively worked against the Aprilia with the hard braking zones and slow corners, something that the bike is known to struggle with. Now with Jorge Martin almost back at full fitness, a fantastic ride in Hungary to go from 16th to 4th, just behind his teammate, bodes well for 2026 and the rest of 2025. The Hondas are progressing nicely, with Luca Marini having the best weekend he's had on a Honda so far in Hungary, finishing in the top 5 in both races. The strength of the Honda being on the brakes, Johann Zarco winning the manufacturer's first race in over 2 years at Le Mans, then Joan Mir looking like he's finally getting some consistency out of the motorcycle rather than having a face full of gravel. KTM's slight slump at the start of the year came from the more foundational KTM issues of the company almost going under in its entirety, but since it has been saved, the R&D of the Orange machines has gone underway again, with Viñales and Bastianini finding their own way of getting pace out of the bike, even through some struggles at the start. The factory team has now started to get some consistent podiums through Pedro Acosta. The main concern now is a noticeably out of form Brad Binder. If it doesn't improve, I wouldn't be surprised if the two Tech 3 riders start looking at his seat. Yamaha are the furthest away, primarily pointing towards their inline-4 engine, limiting their potential when it comes to engine power, especially getting out of corners. At Austria, they were shockingly off the pace, taking up the bottom 4 slots of the bikes that were still on track at the end. Augusto Fernandez is expected to wildcard at Misano with a new V4 Yamaha prototype, so we'll see how the new Japanese engine gets on. Who do you think will catch Ducati?